Alright, so I've seen your decks and for the most part they are garbage. Disgusting. Most builds I come across look like just 5 random cards. Some people don't wanna build a deck themselves and are just trying to copy it from others. I think it's just as good of an idea as copying the pro builds in Dota without understanding what are they for. So today I wanna talk a bit about decks and explain to you what is a good deck as I see it. We're gonna take Tyra as an example. So let's try to build a deck. First things first, what is this build for? Are we going aggressive build that will help us chase enemies? Maybe a build that will help us fight off the flanks? Do we want more survivability oriented build or area denial? You see, you can't have it all. We gotta choose just one trump card. One thing that will be the strongest tool of our champion. The reason we pick her in first place. Now, most players know how strong of an ability is your Firebomb with the Burn Monster talent. So there are a few things that can help us with playing around that. Mostly the cooldown cards. So what most players do, they just smack this card and that card together, get them both level 5, get 3 filler cards and boom! The build is ready. So let's test it for a second. If we just drop a firebomb at someone's feet, then by the time it dies we have 2 seconds cooldown. And if we shoot the target as we use the firebomb, we get 5 seconds cooldown. So it's 2 to 5 seconds cooldown, in case we get a kill with both cooldown cards on level 5. But what if we remove this card from the deck completely? What's gonna happen then? If we throw and shoot, we get a kill and we have 7 seconds cooldown. With the volatile card level 5, 5 seconds. Without it, 7 seconds. Even though it says 5 seconds cooldown reduction, it actually gives 2, and it's not a bug, it happens because of a weird interaction between cards that reduce base cooldown and active cooldown. One card level 5 reduces the cooldown by 10 seconds and the other one by 2. You can see why it's pointless to get them both. It's just not worth it. Getting both of those cards is an overkill. Remember that every card that you don't use takes the place of another card that could be useful. So no overkills in your deck. But then what the rest of cards should be? How can we improve our Firebomb then? Well, there are a few things you can do. You can go with Salamander Hide. This way you can shape Tyra's playstyle from a backline DPS into a mid to close range brawler that can fight indoors. With a build like that, you can fight in closed areas where enemies can't run away that easy. But don't forget that if you get a deck like that, you do need to take advantage of it. You do need to get into those close areas, and you can't really play as a backline DPS anymore because this is not the right deck for it. The next thing you gotta know, no champion is a one-trick pony. Tyra, even though her strongest tool is your Firebomb, she has other things up her sleeve. She has other abilities and she has a gun. You don't win games by just using one ability and hoping your opponents will be dumb enough to die on it all the time without you doing anything else. You gotta get some more tools. It's okay to excel at one thing, but you can't always rely on that one thing. So an alternative build is something like this. Yeah, Hunter Mark is another quite a strong tool that Tyra has. Even if it doesn't grant you a kill, just putting it on a flanker can prevent him from doing anything for next like 15 seconds. I play flanks a lot and this thing is very annoying to deal with. A flanker can attack when everyone is looking the other way, and it's hard to achieve when you're revealed for the entire team for 15 seconds straight. With a build like that, you already have 2 strong tools that your opponents need to worry about and find a way to play around. The next thing I wanna talk about is the cards that give you more HP and more maximum ammo. Those cards are very often neglected, and that's something you shouldn't do. First of all, the ammo. Tyra has a spread on her weapon, so even if your aim is perfect, which is not, don't fucking lie to me, even then you would miss a few shots here and there. And those few shots would be the difference between killing an opponent in one magazine or not. If you don't kill an opponent in one magazine, you give him an opening to kill you. This is how most Tyra's deaths happen. They always need to reload because they always need a few more bullets. If only they would know how to build proper decks, am I right? And the HP card, that's quite interesting. One of the things that Hyris Martini was talking about when he talked about balance is the HP times DPS number. If you multiply a champion's HP by DPS, you'll get a number that in a vacuum of a first-person shooter will show how strong the champion is. If you forget about the abilities for a second, then the champion that has this number higher has an advantage in a fight. So increasing HP will increase your HP times DPS number and your chances in a fight will grow. Here's an easy example. Let's say you wanna fight a Yomi Zin. Normally, without the HP card at all, he will kill Tyra in 5 shots. But if you increase your HP by 100, he will need an extra shot to kill you. So don't ignore HP and ammo cards. And if you already got the essence of your build covered, add those cards to your build as well. So what do we have in the end? This is the build. Let's see what it can do. Hunter's Mark out. Steel holds. Steel holds. There we go. Now we can see how our cooldown resets every time we get a kill. Every time at least one ability gets back, we can spam our firebomb all the time. Just get some cauterize and kill to heal and all of a sudden Tyra becomes scary.